Welcome, Atomians, to Atomy International, the place to learn, to grow together, and reach the top together. So in this episode, we're going to show you a global leader from Malaysia, and we're going to find out who that is in a moment.
Kerjaya saya adalah seorang pakar motivasi dan saya telah mempunyai lebih daripada 25 tahun pengalaman dalam bidang pendidikan dan juga dalam bidang latihan. Satu perubahan yang sangat besar berlaku dalam hidup saya yang mana saya seronok melihat mereka yang ada dalam rangkaian saya setiap minggu, setiap bulan mendapat pendapatan yang lumayan, satu perasaan yang tak pernah saya miliki sebelum ini. Inilah business networking untuk zaman sekarang, untuk waktu sekarang dan juga untuk masa depan. Ia membolehkan saya melihat satu pintu rezeki yang tak pernah saya sedari selama ini. Dia membolehkan saya menceburi secara serius satu bidang yang cukup berbeza dengan apa yang saya buat pada tahun yang lepas. Untuk berjaya dalam Atomy, mentaliti yang perlu kita ada ialah pertamanya sekali, kita perlu meletakkan sasaran yang tepat, sasaran yang besar. Apa yang kita nak dalam Atomy? Sebab itulah dalam Atomy, ia umpama kesan berbola salji, snowball effect. Kena percaya, kena buat, teruskan sampai mendapat pairing yang pertama. Jangan berhenti belajar. Duplikasikan, iaitu kita kena orang lain mampu duplicate, mampu belajar bukan sahaja cara kita menjalankan perniagaan ini tetapi juga mindset kita. Jom kita bersama dengan Atomy, jangan sampai kita tertinggal ketika Atomy telah pun melakar kejayaan.
He's qualified for an Untitled Star Master, a rank signifying true success by displaying strong faith and passion as a proud Atomian.
Now, Dr. Tengku Asmadi Star Master, please receive the promotion gift of 40,000 ringgit in cash and 4 travel tickets. Ceremony shall be graced by our country manager, Mr. Sharon Kim. Let's welcome Mr. Kim.
Dr. Tengku Asmadi achieved the Leaders Club in October last year. Today, he became Royal Leader Club member to have the average income of 750,000 ringgit Malaysia per year.
Congratulations to Dr. Tengku Asmadi. Let's take a photo together. Thank you, Mr. Kim. Now let's invite Dr. Tengku Asmadi Star Master to give a speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kepada semua Atomian yang beragama Islam dan juga terima kasih kepada Atomy Malaysia dan juga kepada semua Atomian yang bukan beragama Islam. Saya Dr. Haji Tengku Asmadi, Star Master dan juga merupakan ahli Royal Leaders Club yang baru. Dan untuk capai ke Royal Leaders Club, ia adalah bukannya mudah kerana saya perlu mencapai pendapatan RM750,000 setahun. Dan semuanya ini tidak mungkin akan menjadi kenyataan kalau saya tidak bergerak secara berjemaah Jadi kejayaan ini adalah kejayaan saya dan juga semua rakan-rakan saya, terutamanya mereka yang ada dalam rangkaian saya. Dan saya sangat mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada rakan satu universiti saya yang setahun yang lalu memperkenalkan Atomy kepada saya, dan juga melalui beliaulah maka kami sama-sama menggerakkan Atomy dan memecahkan pasaran dalam pasaran Melayu dan pasaran Islam yang sebelum ini mereka tidak nampak apa itu Atomy, dan kini ramai di antara mereka yang terima pendapatan yang berulang-ulang. Jadi apa yang berlaku sebenarnya bagi saya, Atomy adalah satu bisnes yang semua orang boleh lakukan. With Atomy, now everyone can do business. Kenapa? Sebab pertamanya sekali, ia adalah bisnes yang tidak ada yuran penyertaan. Jadi apabila tidak ada yuran penyertaan, sesiapa sahaja daripada golongan marhain, golongan B40, golongan asnaf, golongan kelas pertengahan sampailah golongan atasan, mereka boleh melakukan bisnes Atomy. Dan Atomy juga tidak perlu menjual. Antara perkara yang ramai orang takut atau bimbang apabila bersama dengan Atomy, bersama dengan MLM adalah untuk menjual. Tetapi tidak berlaku dalam Atomy. Tidak perlu menjual, malah menjual adalah satu kesalahan. Itu bagusnya Atomy. Dan juga tak perlu nak ambil duit orang. Ya, saya dah serik dah nak ambil duit orang ni, sebab kadang-kadang orang akan rasa hilang kepercayaan apabila kita minta duit mereka. Tetapi dalam Atomy tidak berlaku sebegitu, sebab semua orang berbelanja di satu destinasi, di satu shopping mall pada satu harga. Sangat mudah melakukan bisnes bersama dengan Atomy. Dan yang penting, konsisten pendapatannya, berulang-ulang pendapatannya, dan kita boleh kaya secara berjemaah, cipta pendapatan bersama-sama. Itulah Atomy, dan sebab itulah saya pilih Atomy sebagai bisnes yang serius untuk saya dan juga keluarga saya. Dan apabila kita bercakap tentang Atomy, saya juga sebenarnya merasakan antara perubahan besar sekali ialah saya mempunyai satu rangkaian keluarga yang begitu bersemangat, begitu satu hati, satu rangkaian yang keluarga yang besar dalam Atomy, yang mana kebersamaan yang tinggi terutamanya apabila berdepan dengan cabaran. Pada peringkat awal, saya merasakan bahawa Atomy ini adalah satu perjalanan yang mudah, tetapi sebenarnya banyak orang yang akan rasa cemburu. Ramai orang yang tidak puas hati dengan pencapaian yang kami capai. Maka pelbagai fitnah, pelbagai tomahan dilontarkan kepada kami, dan hasil kebersamaan, penyatuan hati antara kami semua dan juga dengan sokongan yang padu daripada pihak Atomy sendiri, terutamanya Atomy Malaysia, maka kami mampu bangkit dan mencipta momentum demi momentum baru untuk terus bersatu dalam perjuangan dan dalam bisnes Atomy ini. Dan antara perkara juga kenapa saya memilih Atomy, dia mengubah cara saya dalam melakukan bisnes, sebab kini saya berjaya mencipta satu passive income, pendapatan pasif yang mengubah bukan saja kualiti hidup saya, tetapi kualiti hidup keluarga saya, anak-anak saya, mengubah kualiti hidup rakan-rakan yang ada di sekeliling saya dan mereka yang bersama dengan saya yang memilih Atomy sebagai platform bisnes. Dan yang paling penting, tidak perlu bimbang. Kenapa tidak perlu bimbang? Sebab Atomy adalah merupakan bisnes yang kalis daripada pandemik, kalis daripada COVID. Maknanya dalam musim PKP, dalam musim pandemik, maka dalam musim ini pun kami mampu melakukan bisnes dan tidak terjejas pendapatannya, dan boleh diwarisi sampailah ke 3 generasi. Itulah yang membuatkan Atomy sangat berbeza daripada banyak bisnes yang ada di luar sana. Dan kalau dilihat kenapa saya perlu bersama dengan Atomy untuk satu tempoh masa yang panjang, sampai 3 generasi. Pertamanya sekali, sebab produk yang berkualiti. Kalau kita perhatikan kejayaan sesuatu syarikat dalam networking, dalam MLM mesti bergantung kepada produk yang berkualiti. Sebab sekiranya produk tidak berkualiti, maka adalah satu perkara yang sukar untuk sesebuah syarikat itu bertahan untuk satu tempoh yang lama. Tetapi di Atomy, perkara sebegitu tidak berlaku. Produknya sangat berkualiti dan harganya sangat berpatutan dan ia boleh dimiliki oleh orang biasa-biasa. Dan inilah yang menyebabkan Atomy mampu bertahan sehingga 100 tahun yang akan datang. Dan apa yang saya suka dengan Atomy, kerana di Atomy ini mereka mengamalkan budaya kerja yang cemerlang, budaya bisnes yang cemerlang dan menanamkan nilai-nilai murni yang tinggi sebagai budaya mereka. Maka sebab itulah kalau kita perhatikan dalam Atomy ini, mereka sangat peka, sangat sensitif kepada isu-isu yang berlaku. Mereka juga mendengar apa juga rintihan, pandangan, suara kita dan mereka juga bersedia melakukan perubahan, menambah baik apa yang kurang untuk mencapai kualiti yang dikehendaki. Maka tidak hairanlah apabila produk-produk Atomy mendapat anugerah super brand dan tidak hairanlah apabila Atomy Malaysia sendiri mendapat anugerah SME 100, malah menjadi syarikat top 10 ataupun 10 terbaik dalam SME 100. Ia sesuatu yang bukan mudah untuk dicapai oleh mana-mana syarikat. Oleh sebab itu, Atomy adalah bagi saya pilihan yang tepat untuk saya lakukan bisnes sampai kepada 3 generasi. Dan sikap yang sebeginilah, sistem yang sebeginilah yang membuatkan mereka di Atomy berjaya mencipta pendapatan yang berulang-ulang, umpama snowball, iaitu umpama berbola salji yang permulaannya mungkin sedikit tetapi lama kelamaan jumlah yang diperolehi oleh mereka yang bersama dengan Atomy semakin hari semakin membesar dan akhirnya mampu mengeluarkan mereka daripada kemelut keuangan, mampu membina satu ekonomi keluarga yang mantap, yang hebat. Dan itulah Atomy dan sebab itulah saya bersama dengan rangkaian saya, kami tidak henti-henti mempromosikan Atomy walau apa sekalipun yang melanda. Sebab kami yakin dengan produknya, kami yakin dengan hala tuju syarikatnya, kami yakin dengan sistem yang ada, kami yakin dengan mudahnya platform bisnes yang disediakan. Dan yang paling penting dalam Atomy, latihan diberikan secara berterusan. Kita ada dengan Success Academy-nya, kita ada dengan One Day Seminarnya, kita ada dengan Sales Master, Auto Sales Master Workshop-nya. Jadi semuanya ini dilakukan dengan satu tujuan, iaitu untuk memastikan bahawa ahli-ahli mampu berjaya seperti mana mereka yang lain. Kalau saya pada hari ini mampu berdiri di sini mencapai kejayaan sebagai ahli kepada Royal Leaders Club, maka saya percaya ramai di antara tuan-tuan yang ada di luar sana juga satu hari nanti akan berjaya berdiri di sini dan mencapai kejayaan yang sama. Yang penting kita perlu ikut apa yang telah dilakukan oleh mereka yang terlebih dahulu mencapai kejayaan sebelum kita. Jangan kita lakukan Atomy ini walaupun dia satu bisnes yang mudah, tetapi jangan ambil mudah. Ramai orang apabila dia tahu Atomy ini satu bisnes yang mudah, maka dia tidak bersungguh-sungguh dalam melakukan perniagaan. Maka di situlah kesilapan yang paling besar dilakukan oleh ramai orang apabila mereka tidak letakkan kesungguhan. Oleh sebab itu, percayalah dengan Atomy, insya-Allah maka terjaminlah pendapatan selama 3 generasi. Dengan Atomy, kita mampu bantu ramai orang apabila kita mempunyai pendapatan dengan yang lumayan. Dengan Atomy, maka kita boleh dapat peace of mind, ketenangan jiwa, ketenangan fikiran, sama ada dalam menggunakan produknya mahupun dalam melakukan bisnesnya. Kerana mereka sangat mendengar, mereka sangat fleksibel dan mereka sentiasa melakukan penambahbaikan untuk membantu kita semuanya sampai ke puncak kejayaan. Takbir, Allahu Akbar, aja, aja, aja.
Hello, Mike. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Good morning in Malaysia.
Yeah, good evening to you at Canada.
Yes, thank you, thank you. So, Dr. Tengku Asmadi, I will call you Master Tengku, so more formal, right?
Oh, thank you. It's
Uh,
honor.
I've heard so many good news. I mean, good news about your achievement, Master Tengku. So, let's start introducing yourself.
Okay, actually, for the past 25 years, in Malaysia, I involve a lot in doing motivational talk, do training, especially for students, parenting, and also I involve a lot as a public speaker for TV, televisions, radio, and etc. And during that time also, I also get myself involved with multi-level marketing companies. Okay, I think I involved more than 10 multi-level marketing company before Atomy. And but of course, I did manage to get success, but it's not permanent. You know that if we talk about many direct sales company, it's hard to sustain the income.
Yes.
And also you need to keep maintain your group sales, personal sales. So you have to keep the momentum. So that is the thing that I think is very difficult. It was very difficult for me to do because of I also at the same time I busy with my career. So not until last year when MCO because of due to the COVID-19 global issue, then in Malaysia on 18th of March last year, MCO was started. Then because of that, everyone cannot do work as normal as usual, so we have to work from home, and so many people lost their job. Business was not doing well as before. Then my business also were affected. Okay, so I have no training at all at that time. In fact, a few program which is already planned, I have to cancel and I have to refund the participants. So because of that, after about a month, then I was thinking, what else can I do when we have to stay at home? And I remember that my friends was my actually university friends when we were at university. So I remember that a year ago, he was introduced me with Atomy. And I said, why not? I give him a chance this time to explain what Atomy is all about. Then when he explained to me, I myself am not quite satisfied with what he explained, and he also realized that, and he made actually another meeting. Okay, he planned another meeting with his super leader. Okay, so 4 of us, 1 Chinese, 1 Indian, and me and my friends are Muslim. So you know that Malaysia is a multiracial, right?
Yes.
So they took about 3 hours to explain what Atomy is all about. Then at that moment, I said to them, give me 2 weeks. I want to study about this. I want to do some research about this before I made a decision to full swing with Atomy. And what happened was, the more I study, I research about Atomy, the more exciting, the more excited I was. Then I cannot sleep. Almost 2 weeks I cannot sleep. I said, wow, this company is so good, too good to be true. So then I said to my wife, I said, hey, come, let's do this Atomy seriously. And then my wife said, why? Then I explained what Atomy is all about. And what happened, we cannot sleep till morning. So early morning, we open our contact list, we open our phone and see all the contact list, and we message everyone about this opportunity. Then the rest after that is history. But the thing is, it's not easy to convince me. And also, once I decided, yes, I'm going to do that, I myself, I have some kind of attitude. When I decide to do something, I will not go half-hearted. I will go full-hearted. So that's maybe why I can climb the ladder in Atomy faster than normal Atomian.
That's correct. Yes. So, Master Tengku, so you already jumped too far for my question, but that's okay. So
Seriously?
yeah, seriously, but that's okay. I mean, it's gonna go there anyway. So, all Atomian that watch this video, this is a very special guest from Malaysia, like overboard, like halfway from me, from Canada. So, all Atomian that doesn't know Master Tengku Asmadi, he is one of the public figure in Malaysia. So, as Dr. Tengku said, it's not easy for people to convince him to move to a new business because it will affect his credibility, correct? So it is really thoughtful before Master Tengku decided to do Atomy, correct? Right. So you haven't mentioned, when did you join Atomy and when did that happen? All the meetings.
Actually, when I joined Atomy at that time was in mid of April last year.
After the MCO.
A month after when MCO started.
A month, right? So that time when you already cancel all the, you said you were a motivator speaker, right? You have the
because of I cancel all the program because of I know that COVID-19 is not going to be a short-term issue. So because of that, I know that I cannot handle face-to-face, I cannot organize face-to-face classes and also program motivational class anymore. So it's not, because some of them already paid to attend for my program. So I have no other choice. I have to refund the money to them. Okay, but to tell you the truth, at that time when I joined Atomy, I was an ambassador of one MLM company in Malaysia.
Okay.
They actually award me as advanced ambassador in January 2020. So I just started about third or fourth month as ambassador.
Wow. So ambassador is like what in Atomy comparison?
No, I mean in that company, I'm the top person because I'm a public figure and a well-known person in Malaysia. So they want me to talk about their company, their product, so that easy for their members to introduce the company and the product to Malaysian people.
Okay.
So they pay me as a spokesperson. As ambassador.
It's not like a member, it's more like a company.
I joined as a member as well.
Okay. So this is very interesting. So January you started as an ambassador of another MLM, and then in March when the COVID MCO happened, and then you have to refund all the programs, and then in April a friend of you explaining about the Atomy or sharing about the Atomy. Just like a sequence, a perfect sequence. But what were you feeling when you know that your business is not going to be happening because of the MCO?
Okay, I was lucky because of I can say that I make a brave decision at that time, because of when I joined Atomy, I actually they can actually sue me. They can actually sue me, but luckily that the founder of that MLM company has big heart, so they're not going to sue me, but they terminate me. Okay, they said it's okay if you decided to do Atomy. I wish you best of luck, and then you can continue with what your the company that you choose, but we have to terminate you because of it's not good for you to have to be in two companies at the same time with similar activities.
Yes. But hearing that story, it's really a biggest decision of your life. I mean, you already make income from that MLM, and then you jump to Atomy making nothing from zero.
Yes.
So what made you decided to do that?
Okay, the things that what made me decided to do that, because of what I can see is Atomy is a world-class company. At that time, already top 20 and 11 number 11 in the world ranking.
Yeah.
Okay, and then because of when I learned about the company, then I realized that to join the company, to be a member, you have to pay nothing. Free registration, and then you can actually become active by only purchase whatever that you need. There is no obligation for you to join the company and have to buy certain amount of package or whatsoever. And of course that you need to accumulate a group PV up to 10,000 PV, then you are eligible to do business. To start the business. But the thing is, there is no obligation for you to do that. So meaning that when I join this company, I can ask my friends, my followers to join this company, and I don't have to collect a single cent from there. So which is for a person like me who are well known in Malaysia, it is, to me, that is an advantage, because it's hard for me to call for all my followers, come join this company, and then I collect even a few dollars, because it can become a big issue, right? Yeah. So because of that, no, you can join free, one thing. And then once you join, you decide either you want to buy, which product do you want to buy. And we know that in Atomy, you have household product like toothpaste, toothbrush, this detergent, okay? So so you daily use product. So because of that, you can start with daily use product. What the amount is up to you. Okay. Then the other thing that I like is no selling. You are not allowed to sell the product. So this is actually not everyone know how to sell or actually brave enough to open their mouth to talk to sell the product to anyone. So because of that, I can see this is another advantage. You just become a consumer to this company, and then you just explain this, share this with others, and then when they want to buy the product, they also become a consumer under you. So I said, wow, this business is easy and almost zero risk. So because of that, I can see big future, and the product is the quality is so good, absolute quality, and the price is also absolute. So that means you can buy a good quality product at a price which is affordable for many. So because of that, I said this is going to be a big opportunity for me to introduce this business to the rest of Malaysia, and I know that the business also is going to sustain for many years because of the product quality and also the system that they have.
Okay, so a friend came to you, shared about Atomy, and then you didn't feel good enough, and then they brought 3 leaders, and then they explained about Atomy, and then you saw the vision right away as an international company and also a good quality product. Some of the viewer doesn't know about the absolute quality and absolute price. Do you mind sharing about what that means, Master Tengku?
Yeah, because absolute quality means that in Atomy, when they choose any product, they make sure that product is up to a certain standard, which is the quality is above others. Okay, if you want to buy that kind of product, the similar quality, okay, not similar brand of course, but similar quality outside of Atomy mall, you might be able to find it, but the price would be expensive. Okay, so that is the concept of mastiche, right? You buy a certain amount, and then with a prestige, what we call a prestige product. Okay, good product, and also the price is affordable, reasonably priced.
Yeah. So in short, we Atomy members, we have access to a luxury product, but a normal or cheaper price than out there, right?
Yes.
In short.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's not a normal. To me, it's not normal. It's cheaper.
Cheaper.
Can
than-
you imagine? Can you imagine, for example, like a toothbrush?
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm,
I don't know in Canada how much it is,
mhm.
but a toothbrush like Atomy, like the one that Atomy offer.
Mhm,
Okay, if you want to buy in Malaysia, the
Yeah.
price would be 10 ringgit or more.
Wow, 10 ringgit or more.
Okay, but in Atomy, for per piece, but of course, in Atomy you can buy it at $4.25.
Mhm, mhm.
But of course, you have to buy 8 pieces in one box.
Yes.
But I think that is fair enough because they want to reduce the price for you. So if you want to buy cheaper, you buy 8 pieces. But that one is, I think, many people don't find. Actually, many people will find that that is fair enough because we buy it for the entire family.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Some I don't know in Canada, but here 4 and 5 people in one family is normal.
Yes, yeah. Same thing. Yeah, whenever we buy to the supermarket, usually in 4 or 8. Never like
Yes.
single. Single usually around $5. That's about 15 ringgit. Right? That's
All right. All right.
4 ringgit. Is it 4 ringgit in Malaysia for the
Four ringgit and 25 cents.
Wow, yeah. I mean, in Canada for sure, our Atomy product, they're like dirt cheap price product, and
yes.
with the high quality. That's why we call it a luxury product with a cheaper price. You never you will never get it anywhere else. In short, right?
True.
So, Dr. Tengku, your story is very, very interesting because you just joined Atomy 2020, I think in April, right?
April.
And then some of the viewer probably don't understand your pin over there. That's the a big swan there. You do you mind explaining like how did you achieve it? Maybe like from first commission and then your mastership.
Okay.
Yeah, please go on.
Okay. This pin is actually awarded to me because I recently accepted to this Royal Leader Club. Okay, so I have a big swan with a green color button under there. Okay.
So how much is the criteria to be entered to Royal Leaders Club?
Okay, in Malaysia, you must have you have to accumulate 750,000 ringgit in a year.
So that is translated into 200,000 per year.
In 1 year, you have to in 1 year, 12 months, you have to accumulate more than 750,000.
Oh, ringgit.
Ringgit, Malaysia.
Yes.
I don't know. You have to convert into Canada.
Yeah. So if
But,
so that's about 250,000 more or less.
Canadian dollar.
Canadian dollars. Yes.
Okay.
So,
All
yeah,
right.
Okay. Yeah. Please continue.
So actually, I joined in April.
Mhm.
Okay, and as I said, mid of April I joined. It took me 2 weeks to study about Atomy before I decided to full swing. So first May, I really go full throttle. Okay, then in 1 month, actually when I started Atomy, you know, as maybe if let's say you are Atomy member, you know already that to get the income, you must have score, and then the score happen when you get pairing, matching, left and right, 300,000 PV on your left and 300,000 accumulated good PV on your right. Then you get the first pairing. Okay, when I joined in the during the first week at that time, I already see that I'm going to get the first pairing
Within the first week.
Yeah, because when I joined, I only purchased about 20,000 PV point value. That one is about 200 ringgit Malaysia.
Mhm.
Okay, so I just bought something that I need.
Yes.
But when I start the business, I can see that more and more people come and join me, and they also start do the purchase. And because of that, I can see that I'm going to get the pairing very soon. But my dealership status at that time was member. And as a member, if the pairing happened, I only managed to get score 5, which is equivalent to almost 80 ringgit. So to me, I'm not going to, because I'm a business-minded person, I'm not going to lose my income. I'm going to maximize my profit. So because of that, I go and do purchase up to 300,000 personal PV. So because I made 300,000 personal PV, so my status, dealership status changed from member to agent immediately. So the next few days when pairing happened, I received score 15 instead of score 5. So I received bonus 240 ringgit instead of 80 ringgit.
Yes.
So during that first month, the second month I joined Atomy, I managed to get 7 pairing.
Wow.
So I get about 1,000 plus the income. My income was 1,000 plus. Then I know that if I want to success in Atomy, I have to fight for mastership. Then I will get another bonus from mastership, because 20% of the Atomy profit is actually distributed to as a mastership bonus.
That's correct.
So I want to become a sales master. So I plan to become a sales master in June. So I do the planning. How can I become a sales master? So from 1st June, I start fighting for sales master, and 8th June, I become a sales master.
Only in 8 days.
8 days.
Wow.
Okay, I become a sales master, and of course, during that time, also the number of pairing also, I think I lost count. I cannot remember, but for the second month in June, means the second month I started Atomy. In June, my income is 5,000 ringgit something. So the first month I joined in April, but that one May is my second month. June is my third month. Okay, third month my income is 5,000 plus.
Wow. Okay.
Second month my income is 1,000 plus. The third month, then I understand the Atomy plan very well. So we know that if I want to climb higher, I have to create 2 sales master on my left and 2 sales master on my right. Okay, so because of that, I do another planning. How can I have 2 sales master under me? So because of that, I do duplication. So every night, I have Zoom meeting with all my members under me.
Every night.
Up
For how long?
to 2 a.m. Up to 2 a.m. every night.
So that's like 6 to 8 hours every night.
Yes. Okay. The meeting start at about 9:30 at night, 9:30 p.m. And the meeting goes up 2 a.m. in the morning. Every night.
Okay, Master
Because
Tengku,
why?
let me stop with you there. So that's almost to Diamond Master. So from member to become agent and then to your sales mastership in June, what kind of activities that you do?
Okay, you know that we cannot go out, right? Because of the MCO.
Yes.
So the only things that we can use is Zoom. And you know that when we order product during that time, it took us about 5 weeks to get the product delivered at our front door. So because of that, I remember I'm telling people, I tell people about the business. I myself also don't have the product yet. I didn't have the product. I only sell the idea. So I tell them that this is going to be a very good business and it's going to cost you nothing. You don't have to pay me a single cent. And what you need to do is when you need to buy the product, just buy the product that you need, and then tell people about this company, about this product, and when the people want to join you, then you register them under you. So first, I have to do the technical class with my upline, my friends who introduced me to this business. Okay, we were two of us. Every night we actually train our group, okay, our network, how to do the registration, how to make purchase, how to make the online payment, all those things, technical things. Every day we have to teach them, and how to register. And here in Malaysia, we register them as a consumer first, and how to change the status from consumer to distributor. Okay, there is a certain form that they need to fill in.
So in
all
Malaysia,
those technical,
you have two different accounts, customer
Yes.
and distributor. Oh, okay.
Distributor, yeah, in Malaysia, it's slightly different than Canada. Okay, then because of that, we have to teach them all those technical part. And at that time also, I also was busy registering new member. If you get 10 new member in a day, of course you can do that. Like me, hundreds of new member every day. So I cannot manage it anymore. So I don't have any other solution except I have to train those people under me to do the registration. So to do that, because I have so many people want to join me, so I give the name to them. Okay, you take these 50 people, you registered it under you. You take this, you registered under you. But of course, I do it with a proper plan, so that I can create sales master fast.
Yes.
Okay, so but they join. Actually, they grew organically. Some of them purchase 10,000 PV, some of them purchase maybe 50, 60,000 PV, and some of them goes direct to 300,000 PV. So we don't push them to buy the product. It's up to them. But the most important, you already joined as a member.
So how many members that you personally recruited and registered?
Well,
or all these members just voluntarily joining you, or you actually explain it to them and ask them to join?
Okay, because of I have a Facebook with 500,000 followers.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so when I introduced this business to them, many of them getting so excited to join, especially because of a free membership. So when I recommend this business to them, they want to join me because of them. So many, I think about 1,000 some member in 1 week.
Wow.
Not even 1 week. In 1-2 days, 1,000, 3,000 members want to join the business. So because of that, I have to actually train about a few of my leader. I have to train that fast. Okay, I have to train them fast, and they also new. So I also at that time was also new. So we were learning together. So I explained to them, but I was lucky because the person who sponsored me, my friends, he already about 1.5 years in Atomy. So he was the one that guided us what to do technically. So that's why we're having a class every day.
Wow.
Then from that, we managed to have about 10 people who know how to register people, how to at least give basic information to them. That's how we grew our network.
Most of the Atomians, when they started this Atomy journey, they are having problem or understanding how to register properly. You know, when you have a MLM background, you tend to have your own knowledge, right? Oh, this is how you do it, left and right. How did you learn all this? Like, how do you manage to communicate with all your 10 leaders?
Okay, because first of all, of course, we have to make them understand what the marketing plan of Atomy. Okay, we have to make sure they understand the marketing plan, understand it well, because we don't want them to suddenly register people, because in Atomy, you have to register people. You have to put this new member, okay, at the right place. You have to position them at the right place. Okay, otherwise you might see that, oh, this group is active, this group is not active. So when you realize that, then new member you have to put under the group which is not that active. Okay, so because of that, I don't want them to make a mistake. So because that's why I ask them to always monitor the growth and also monitor how the PV, and then see where do you want to put, and then don't just put them on left side only. Okay, at the same time, if let's say you see that someone is actually has some quality to become a leader, and he also already start consume the product, and he don't this person doesn't mind to become a product lover, and then this person also eager to do business. So grab him, train him, okay, and then if I give you a name, put under him as well. That's how I do that. That's what I did during that time.
Okay, so if I explain to all Atomians, Master Tengku achieved sales master in just 2 months, right? From April to June. That's pretty common, right? That is something a lot of Atomian achieve maybe in like a month or 2 months.
Yes.
Me personally, I achieved it in 9 months, but I was working like crazy. So after hearing Master Tengku, I was nothing, right? So now the interesting part is after the sales master, diamond master, what's gonna happen, Master Tengku?
Okay, 8 June I become a sales master. Second cycle of July I become diamond master. And then July, August, September I become a Sharon Rose master.
In just 3
September, October, November I become a star master.
Wow.
Okay.
That's amazing.
What I did is simple. I asked my people to duplicate whatever that we do from the beginning. Okay, for example, run a class on your own at least 2 or 3 times a week. So you, as Atomian, if you have to decide, you want to actually treat this as a serious business, or you want to treat this as just a normal consumer. Okay, if you say that you join Atomy just to become a normal consumer, so don't blame others when you don't make income. Okay, because the thinking, the way, the mindset of those who choose Atomy to make money, to make it as a serious business, and the mindset who join Atomy just to enjoy the product is totally different. So because of that, when they join me, I ask them, what is exactly you want to do with Atomy, in Atomy? Okay, you want to join Atomy and take it as a business, or you just want to enjoy the product, or want to become a consumer? If you want to do business, then I ask them how serious you are. If you want to do business, how serious you are, how much income that you expect to earn from Atomy, and then how many hours that you're willing to spend your time do this business. Okay, because of, if you ask me, when I started this business in April last year, I worked 16 hours, 17 hours a day. Okay?
Even weekends.
That is including weekends. Never stop. Okay. The moment I wake up in the morning, I know already what I'm going to do, who I'm going to contact, who I'm going to share my info, who I'm going to have a Zoom meeting, who I'm going to train, who I'm going to coach. So I know exactly what I'm going to do. In fact, until to date, I have about, I think, 200,000 people under me.
200,000.
I still, every day, I see at my lineage, and then I check the lineage, even they are actually
new to Atomy, maybe the level I think about few thousand level under me, then I give him a call. Okay, then they were surprised. Hey, how come you realize that I'm here? I said, easy, because I look at my group purchase, and whoever make purchase 100,000 PV and above, so he become or she become my targeted person to do the follow up.
To do the follow up, yes.
So every day I study my lineage. I look at the group purchase. Then I spotted, wow, this fellow buy 122,000 PV. He must be serious with this business. Then I congratulate him, and then I ask him what he want, what is actually why he choose Atomy and how far he want to go. Then I do the personal coaching with him, and then I ask him how many people you have. Even if he said, "Oh, I have only 4 and 5 people," okay, let's have a Zoom meeting with 4 and 5 people under you, and let me explain how to do this business. And then after that, you duplicate it to others.
Wow. So all the Atomians that hear Master Tengku sharing, this is amazing because he joined Atomy during the MCO, which is the lockdown in Malaysia, and he's not be able to do the facial gathering, home party. There's no such thing like before COVID happening during the MCO. But Master Tengku happened to even manage his business online. It's actually proving the Atomy system is workable, doable, even in the online situation like right now, right, Master Tengku? So
yeah,
so he really proves this system works for everyone. So once you become a Diamond Master, and then Sharon Rose, Star Master, and then you enter the Leaders Club member, which is how much ringgit is that per year?
Okay, to join the Leaders Club member, you have to achieve 350,000 in 1 year.
1 year.
Okay, if you can, your income is total up to 350,000 in 1 year, you will entitled to join Leaders Club.
So that means how do they calculate it? Because you are not even a year at that time.
They consider the 6 months, so they consider the 350,000 divided by 2.
Okay.
So if in 6 months you manage to get 175,000, something like that.
So that means even when you are a Diamond Master or Sharon Rose, you're already making the income of Leaders Club. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because okay, my first month income, of course, 0 because I started in mid of April, right?
Yes.
My second month income 1,000 something. The third month income is 5,000 something. The fourth month income is 10,000 something, and then 20,000 something, and then 40,000 something, and then jump again about 60,000, and jump again. So it keep growing. That's why I call snowball effect.
Snowball, yes. Yeah, that's when we started this interview. We hear that 2 minutes video. You mentioned about the snowball effect, right? So people, Atomian, when you study Atomy business, of course, you don't see anything yet until you start rolling the snowball, and it will keep going bigger and bigger. Okay, thank you, Master.
Yeah, because the thing is, Mike, when you get to for you to get the first pairing, it might take you a while. Okay. Those under me, those Atomian under me, some of them take 1 month to get the first pairing. Some of them even take 5 to 6 months to get the first pairing. But what happened to the second pairing? The second bonus. The second pairing come less than a month. The third pairing come in less than 2 weeks. The fourth pairing come in a week time. Then every 2-3 days, and then every day. So that is what I call the snowball effect. Same with your monthly income. When you total up your monthly income, the same thing happens. From small, and it can grow bigger and bigger.
Wow, okay. So after you enter the Leaders Club member in November, in February, right? And then you being entered into a Royal Leaders Club member in May within this month, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, because of for you to entitle for this Royal Leader Club, to join the Royal Leader Club, you must achieve 750,000 ringgit in a year. But for 6 months, meaning you divide by 2, you must get about 375,000 ringgit in 6 months. Okay, when I joined the Leaders Club, my income is almost like Royal Leader Club income already. Okay, so you see, if you take 6 months, meaning that January, December, November, October, September, August. So my income from August to January, okay, already actually above 175,000 in 6 months. Okay, so the prediction is if you get 175,000 in 6 months, meaning that you can easily get more than 350,000 a year. So they already put me into Leaders Club because of the achievement. But my income at that time was not 175,000. It's already 300,000 above.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're almost there to the
almost to the Royal Leader Club already. So when you move another 1 and 2 months, as I said to you, it's a snowball effect income. So the more when you join this company, when you take your income during the first month and your 10 month, then you can see that the 10 month income is bigger, right? Because of your consumer base is also large.
Yes.
Okay, compared to during the first or 2 months when you were joining the company. So because of that, when you move 1 and 2 more months, so my accumulated income for 6 months is not calculated from August anymore, it calculated from October. So October, November, December, January, February and March. So for that 6 months, more than 350,000.
Okay.
So because of that, in May, then they put me in this Royal Leader Club.
So the period of calculating the Leaders Club member or Royal Leaders Club, it doesn't start from January. It just start for
anywhere, because of you anywhere in a year. Because of the most important is what is your income for the last 6 months. Okay, if let's say 6 months you manage to get half of the targeted amount, then you are entitled to join. But the thing, of course, is not you to decide, but the country manager will decide for you.
So you will
because
get
of
an email.
Yeah, and because you need to get yourself involved with the company activities here in Malaysia. I don't know how in Canada, but here, even you get 1 million income per year, but you never involved with company activities, then they might not offer you the pin.
So what
This
kind of
pin is
company
not-
activity in Malaysia?
You have to get yourself involved with 1-day seminar,
Being a
the
speaker.
master workshop,
Oh,
okay, and also Success Academy. Okay, so you must contribute to the company in that activities. Even if you can get, let's say, 1 million a year, but you never get yourself involved with company activities, then the country manager will not offer you to join the club.
Okay, that's interesting. So Leaders Club member is not for everyone. It's only people that involved with the company. Exclusive.
Yeah, it's
And
very
only
exclusive.
like invitation to be
Invitation, yes, invitation.
You cannot apply. Hey, I'm already making 1 million. Can I enter? Oh, okay, you cannot.
No, that's why I encourage all my leaders under me. Okay, if you want to actually recognize and then offer to the Leader Club, you have no other option. You have to get involved with company activities. So because of that, we train them how to speak as well.
Yes.
We have our own training session. Okay, our own 1-day seminar run by the company is another program, but the one that we create our own. The purpose is to make sure my leader, they can speak to the public.
Wow.
They can explain what Atomy marketing plan is. They can tell. They can share the product. Do the product. What we call it. Do the presentation about the product and everything. So we train them to do that. Some of them, when they start, they might not be able to even open their mouth, right? But we push them to do that, and finally they manage to get there.
That's right. So, Master Tengku, so you already came from a background of a successful businessman, right? And you joined ship to Atomy starting from zero. So, what are your dreams in Atomy? Like, what makes you like become crazy in Atomy? I mean, when you have that kind of influence.
Yeah, I like that question. Okay. I hold this statement by Zig Ziglar many years ago. Zig Ziglar said, if you want to get whatever in this life, you must have many people to get what they want in their life. Okay, so because of that, that is how I achieved the result. I said to myself, if I want to get whatever in my life, I want a big car, I want to do a lot of contributions, I want to climb up to the Imperial Mastership, climb to Imperial Master title. Okay, whatever I want to do, whatever I want to achieve, there is no other way. I have to make sure I help those under me to achieve their dream first. For example, if let's say the people say that I want to get 2,000-3,000 a month, so I help them how to get that 2,000-3,000 a month. If the people said those people under me said I want to achieve sales master this cycle, so I focus to him, then tell him what to do exactly to achieve that. So I believe that when I do that, then that also will help me achieve my dream. So my passion is to see other people success in their life. That is my passion. When I see someone come to me and say, DTA, because here they call me DTA, right? DTA, the DTA stands for Dr. Tengku Asmadi, my name. Okay, DTA. Oh, this month I get 5,000. I said in our religion, I say Alhamdulillah. All right, Alhamdulillah means praise to Allah. Yeah. Praise to God. So that is what I love to do. I love to see people happy. Okay, I love to see people change their life and then change their standard of living. So if I can help them to achieve that, why not? Okay, that's why when I started Atomy, I know I do the SWOT analysis. I study my strength. Okay, so then when I study my strength is I have the name, big name. I have followers. People trust me. People will follow me. So that is all my strength. So when I say, okay, but the weaknesses is I cannot do this alone. And then I list down. And then the weaknesses also because of at that time, I have to, if I want to climb to the faster, I have to do this full time. Okay, then I have to, at that time, when I started Atomy, I do some planning to do online training. Okay, I want to do online classes for my students, for my parents, those actually I know I have a group of parents. I want to do that online class, online parenting class, but I know that I have to sacrifice that if I want to really achieve something in Atomy. So I stopped actually all those classes. I focus entirely on in Atomy.
Wow, that is really amazing. I mean, you're not thinking about yourself. I mean, you came from a successful person and then you're thinking of your members or your followers' success, and then you put them in front of your success first, and then your success will follow. in Atomy.
Yeah, because why?
Mhm.
If I do online training, only me get money.
That's right. Yes.
They registered, then only me get money. But if I do Atomy, I help others get money, and at the same time, I get money.
Mhm.
So to me, that is the satisfaction is there.
Yes. Yeah.
The satisfaction, because not only you create income, generate income, you help others to generate income during this pandemic time.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm.
And especially right now is the MCO again. I heard it's
Mhm.
pretty bad in
Yes,
Malaysia.
yes, it's
Oh.
quite very bad. About 8,000 new cases every day now.
So what are your activity right now? You still doing the Zoom meeting every day?
Yeah. So actually, we were saying that there is a bless, okay, with this third round MCO, because all those people stay at home, so we can focus do these online activities again. And then we can do the live streaming, and then we can get more people in join this the live streaming because of this stay at home.
Wow. Wow. So I'm really honored. I mean, when I sent the invitation last week to Master Tengku for a one-on-one interview, he actually accepted right away. He didn't even think about it. So even in the midst of his busyness, he managed to have this interview and share his secret to all of you, right? So thank you again, Master Tengku, for your amazing opportunity to have this interview. So, Master Tengku, where do you see yourself in the next 2 years and 5 years in Atomy?
Okay, actually, in the next 2 years, I think at that time, because I plan to become a royal master by end of this year.
Mhm.
Once all the challenge that I have here in Malaysia finish, okay, and then next 2 years I become a crown master.
Mhm.
Then next 5 years I already imperial master.
Mhm.
So I will receive 4 million cash, right, as an award. Then part of it I'm going to put in a foundation.
Mhm.
So I'm going to establish a foundation under me.
Mhm.
I will call that DTA Foundation. Okay? And then all the leader under me, they are most welcome to contribute part of their income to the foundation, and then we can help all the needy. So we can help those people who in need. So we know that some of them come from a very poor background. Some of them are actually not as lucky as we are. Okay, so we are going to contribute a lot of our income towards that direction, charity.
Wow, that's amazing
Charity.
heart, a noble heart of you and your leaders to have that kind of willingness to have the foundation to help the needies. So, Master Tengku, I know in Malaysia, compared with North America, US, and Canada, the price of Atomy, this is what I heard from a lot of Atomians, especially in Asia. Atomy pricing is not cheap in my world. What would you do in Malaysia? Did that happen to your group ever?
Yeah. You mean not cheap, the price of the product or what?
Yes, the price. Like for example, I have members in Indonesia when they're comparing the toothpaste. You know, I buy toothpaste, I get a free toothbrush. Why should I buy separately?
Oh, okay. The thing is because of they don't. We have to educate them also about the quality. Okay. For example, the toothpaste. If you want to buy cheap toothpaste, you can buy cheap toothpaste, but it's full chemical. Okay. But in Atomy, they are actually concerned about consumer, not only concerned about the price, but they're concerned about the quality. Okay. So because of that, we educate them. If you compare, you have to compare apple to apple. Okay, you cannot compare apple to orange. So because of that, you take the same toothpaste and see what is the price of the toothpaste with natural toothpaste with propolis and green tea with propolis, and try to find the price of that toothpaste, and they realize about the price is about almost 20 ringgit.
Whoa,
Okay.
5 times more. Yeah.
But for the 200 gram
200
toothpaste.
grams, yes.
But in Atomy here, the price is only 12 ringgit and 80 cents.
Mhm. Mhm.
And of course, why you say it expensive? Because you have to buy in bulk 5 toothpastes
Mm.
in a bulk. So because of that, they find, oh, it's expensive. Okay, but when they realize, once they purchase that, the next time they will purchase maybe in 10 months or in a year time. So they realize that they are actually already save money there. So we have to just educate them.
So you just need to educate all the members that you have to compare apple to apple, cannot apple to
Yeah.
apple. That makes
Well, you get certain bonus, right, by doing that.
Mhm.
So then don't just think that you are once you join Atomy, you want to get easy money
Yes.
without doing anything. So beside do the campaign, tell people about the business, you also have to educate those consumer under you. You have to do coaching, you have to do training, you have to do Zoom meeting. Okay, don't expect that the money will flow easily into your pocket.
Right, yeah. Yeah, many Antomians, they expect, oh, I join Atomy and then money comes into my bank account next month. It's not happening.
There is no such thing.
No such thing in any business,
There
right?
is no such thing.
Mhm.
Okay, you need to do the planning. You need to do. You need to follow up and follow through. Those people under you. Okay, treat this even simple business, but treat this as a serious business.
Mhm, mhm.
Then you
So-
can achieve success.
Yes. So, Master Tengku, you said you have about 200,000 members as of today.
Mhm.
So, how do you communicate to all those members?
Okay, when the group grow, sir, we cannot actually do Zoom meeting anymore. What we do is we pull them in one Telegram group and also one Facebook group, private group.
Mm.
Okay, so they will join the group. So when we do we constantly do the business preview every Wednesday night,
Mhm, mhm.
and then technical class every Saturday night. So in the past 12 months, every week we never fail to do that.
Mm.
Okay, so those people under my network,
Mm.
they pass the words around that if you want to listen to the preview, you have new member to know about Atomy, bring them to this program, to this preview every Wednesday night
Mm.
at the Zoom meeting. Or if let's say, because I can cater only 1,000 people, if you cannot get into the Zoom meeting, go to the Facebook group, because we will do the FB live streaming as well. We do the FB live streaming as well.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. I mean,
So they know. So the word is passed to the around to the other member. Okay, Wednesday night preview, Saturday night technical class.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay,
So what
so-
preview means? What does the preview means?
Preview means that business preview means that we want to introduce what Atomy is, to explain about the business, about the Atomy, about the product to newcomer.
Oh, like a 101, like an introduction to
Yes.
newcomers. Okay.
Newcomers. Okay, so the member under me, we ask their friends, hey, I don't know how to explain Atomy. We have to remember that some of them don't know how to explain. So instead of I explain and I might be wrong, okay, you might get wrong information from me. So why not you listen to DTA Dr Tengku yourself,
Mm.
and you can ask question. You can throw the question.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, in the comment or in the chat box, throw the question. That's why the preview sometime, when I do the preview, started at 9:30, sometimes up to 1 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the morning.
wow. That's a
So
lot.
what I did is the first 45 minutes to do the preview, to tell people what Atomy is. Then after 45 minutes, I said to them, For those who already understand and decided to join, then you can actually you can go. Then you don't have to be in the class anymore. But for those who still want to ask question, stay in the class. I will entertain every question until no more question.
Wow. How many participants, like average, during that preview?
Okay, about 500.
500 members. Wow.
500.
That's
500
every
sometimes.
Wednesday.
Last time 2000 something.
Mhm.
So
That's a big
about
number.
that. Now
So-
it's about 500.
So what is it called on the one on Saturday?
Business preview.
Preview. So that's more people interested more about the business side. Mhm.
Yeah. If let's say someone say, "Oh, I want to know more about Atomy. Can you explain it to me?" Then my member, the business partner under the Atomy under me will say, "Okay, I can tell you a little bit about Atomy. If you want to know more, come and join
So,
Dr. Tengku Asmadi Business Preview class."
wow. Okay, Master Tengku, you mentioned about, I'm sure everyone in Atomy, we have challenges, and you also have challenges, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But what motivates you to keep moving forward despite of the challenges?
Okay, of course, we have challenges here. As you know, that Malaysia is multiracial. So, like us, there are certain things which is sensitive to us. So that is the challenges that we are facing now. But the thing is, I believe, challenges when come, actually that one is to strengthen us. Okay, to keep us together. Okay, and when challenge come, then you know who actually genuinely want to do the business with you, and who are actually will left and leave you alone. Okay, so when challenge come, then I know who actually true leaders in my network. So from there, we stay together and make us even stronger.
That's a very good answer. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. But if you were to choose the biggest challenge from all your challenges, what will it be? The biggest challenge?
Up to date, because I only 12 months in this business. Okay, the biggest challenges is when they attack us and they said this Atomy is a company with missionaries agenda, Christian missionaries agenda behind it. So we have to explain this to the people, to the Muslims, which is, I said this is not true. Okay, and then we even bring this issue up to the Malaysian authorities, and they are this has become a national issues. Okay, they are discussing about this, and they are going to do the statement on this. Okay, this is going to this is already being a national issue. So because of that, okay, that is a biggest challenge that I have so far. But once settled with this, okay, because I believe that is not the intention of Atomy at all. As we were having a chit-chatting before the program, okay, I asked you, then you explain about your experience, then I feel happy because of what I think about Atomy is true, meaning that they are mainly a business platform to everyone. So because of that, regardless of the religion, regardless of the races, regardless of which country you come from, it's all about business. So because of that, the challenge is I have to explain to the people what Atomy is actually, the purpose of Atomy, to change the life of people to have a better life. Okay, financially independent, easy to get. One day you can get passive income. Okay, so that is the challenge that I have in Malaysia now. But with our country manager lead this actually country with and overcoming this issue wisely, because you have to make sure that it doesn't break the the people, right? So it doesn't break the relationship of multiracial people, right? So we handle it. Frankly, I can say we handle it very good. Okay, we handle it well. So I believe that in few months the problem settle. Then we can focus back 100% to business, and then hopefully by end of the year I can reach my Royal Master level at that time.
I truly wish everything settles and then you can move on to the next mastership. Okay, so Master Tengku, was there a time in your Atomy journey within this 1 year that you wanted to quit?
Never, because I'm a type of person. I can say that I'm very stubborn, or in a positive, I'm very persistent type of person. Okay, when I decided on something, okay, I will picture it clearly in my mind. Okay, vividly, clearly picture in my mind what I want to achieve. Then I know between me and the person I want to be, okay, the only thing that separate me now and the me that I want to be is time. Okay, so time that separate us. But of course, the journey is not a straight line. You can expect so many up and down, and that is part of the process. So trust the process, face it, overcome it, never give up, and keep moving. Sometimes you might move forward fast, sometimes you might slow a little bit. As long as you never stop, you will get there eventually.
So persistence is the key, never stops. Wow, that's amazing. So Master Tengku, we've covered all the challenges, all the setbacks. So what was your biggest achievement in Atomy journey? Because you have achieved so many different achievements. So what was your biggest one?
I think, of course, the biggest one is because of I achieved all those. I get into the Leaders Club. I achieved certain level of income. I achieved the mastership up to Star Mastership. I think the biggest is because I managed to do that within a short period of time. I think that is the biggest. If you talk, because of there are so many achievements, right?
Yes.
So I cannot just focus on one achievement. Because, for example, to decide in May to do Atomy full time, and then early November you get Sales Master award, then that is already a biggest achievement at that time. I thought that was the biggest achievement. I become a Sales Master in 1-2 months. And then next month after that become a Diamond Master. When I asked around, all those people who were actually joined Atomy before me and become a Diamond Master, they said some of them took 2-3 years to achieve that. Okay. Then I said, wow, then in a month I can get a Diamond Master. I said that is the biggest achievement. Then get 2 months after that become a Sharon Rose Master. And when I asked people around, how long it takes you from Diamond Master to Sharon Rose Master? Take years. And then I takes only 2 months. That's another biggest achievement. So when you ask me what is the biggest achievement, I said all achievement actually to me is the biggest achievement. But to conclude that, to conclude it all, I said because I can manage to get why I am now in a short period of time. And I managed to do that because of those people under me also has the same goal, the same persistence as me. How they manage to get that? Because of every week we have classes. I give motivation every week, non-stop since April last year.
Wow. So Atomy that hears this one-on-one interview with Dr. Tengku. So you can really relate of if you watch the CEO 100 part or Dr. Lee VOD about compressing the time. Master Tengku is actually doing what they're preaching. He's compressing the time. Instead of 1 or 2 years become a sales master, he become in a month, and another month become a diamond master, and 2 months he become Sharon Rose and star master. So that is really compressing the success. If you really want to become successful, of course you have to compress your time. You cannot extend it to 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Then all your leaders probably already left you, right? So thank you, Dr. Tengku.
Yeah. One thing that I want to tell our audience: never stop learning. Never stop learning. And then asking is one part of learning process. So if you don't know, just ask. Okay. For example, when people see me, people congratulate me. Oh, Dr. Tengku Asmadi, congratulations because of you now become a star master. That's all. I was hoping that they ask me, how can I get there as well?
Yes.
But not many of them do that. So I'm not going to tell when they never ask.
Yes, correct. Yes.
So never stop learning and never stop asking.
And that's why I really thank you that this is the time I ask you a lot of questions, and then when I ask, then you have to explain. So that is really like precious information. All the audience that watch this video, I mean, this is very a precious time during this time, even though a lot of challenges for Master Tengku, but he still be able to share his success journey in Atomy. Thank you, Dr. Tengku. So
thank you,
next one. Was there any special strategy or special strategy that you did Atomy?
Okay, the strategy is actually you do this planning by targeting people by targeting those people who you want to help in this business. You, of course, with 200,000 people, you cannot help everyone, right?
Yes, I agree.
So like me, when I already achieved my Star Master, I start identify who are 3 people on my left and 3 people on my right that I want to help, so that they will achieve Star Master like me. Why 3? Because when you have 3, one might fail to achieve that, but you still have 2. Okay, because for you to become a diamond master, you need 2 people Star Master on your left and 2 Star Master on your right. So because of that, always when you do the planning, always target who you want to do work together. Okay, so always target the people. Don't just go random or don't just blindly go and then without planning. Okay, when you know that you want to help them become a sales master, meaning that you must help them to grow their left leg and right leg as well. So some people, they say, oh, I'm not going to help your right leg. That is your business. You have to help yourself. Then if you have that kind of attitude, then you might realize that it's slow you down. So if you can help both legs, then help them. Okay, as I said, I want to help them make money. So how can I help them to make money? It's only I have 1 leg, so I have to help them 2 legs. Okay, so that they become sales master, and my left also right also become sales master. Then when they become sales master, I become a diamond master. So when you do the planning strategy, it goes like that. Target the people who you want to help, and then focus. Okay, once they achieve it, then once they know how to run the business on their own, leave them, go to the next person.
Wow.
Find another new sales master.
So out of those 1,000 members under you, you only pick 3 on the left, 3 on the right, and then you just focus on those 6 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, until they know how to run this business as what I do. Then after that, they do their own Zoom meeting. They do their own personal coaching. They do it on their own. Then I go to the next people. I find another next people. Okay, then I help the next people. So that is how I plan. So it saves my time, And then when I help people, I know that when I help them, it will help me back. So that is how I plan the strategy.
Yes.
And then another strategy is to create as many auto consumer as possible. Because you have to remember, not everyone have the money to purchase 300,000 PV, right?
Yes.
Okay, they may actually fall in love with this detergent. Auto consumer are those when the detergent finish, they don't go and find another detergent. They will get back to Atomy and buy. And some of them not only buy one detergent, they might buy 4 or 5 detergent because they afraid that the Atomy running out of stock. So that is what we call auto consumer. So I have so many auto consumer under my group.
So your business is very stable. It's not just people buying for themselves or for the title, but most other consumer.
Yes, yes. No, I can tell you, if you do that, people buy because of the title, that it's hard for you to sustain the business. But if they buy because of they want to become auto consumer or they want to become product lover, then you can see that your network is sustained.
It's sustainable, right? So that is exactly, I mean, like our CEO Park said, in Atomy, you don't really need a lot of members like to go with you. You only need a few members go with you all the way to the Imperial Master. And again, Master Tengku has done it in his group. So thank you for that special strategy for all the viewers. So Master Tengku, what was the memorable moment in Atomy that you will never forget?
Wow, memorable moment, eh?
It's over a year.
Over the year. What was the most memorable moment? Because everything happened so fast, so I have so many memorable moments. Right? For example, for those who were struggling to get sales master, maybe take 9 months, like you said. Maybe the most memorable moments when you actually get there, right? I think the most memorable moments. Hang on. I have to think back. Okay, I've got it. Okay. The most memorable moments when I become a Star Master. Okay, when I become a Star Master, on the stage with me is 4 Sharon Rose Master, right?
Right.
Okay. The most memorable moment is from those 4 Sharon Rose Master who accompany me to become a Star Master. One is my wife, another one is my daughter. Because in Malaysia, because I have 2 wives,
Okay.
In Malaysia, okay, I and my first wife shared my account.
Yes.
So my second wife cannot share my account. She must have her own account. Okay, so I make sure that it's allowed. The policy, Atomy Malaysia allowed, the policy allowed that. So my second wife become a Sharon Rose Master under me, and then my daughter become a Sharon Rose Master under me as well. So whenever they award me with this Star Master award, at that time, 3 of us on stage. I think that is the most memorable moment.
That's agree. Yeah, I agree. When you have family members on the stage with you achieving success, I think that's the most memorable moment. Yeah, I agree. So, Dr. Tengku, this is like a wishy-washy question, right? If you were to redo Atomy all over again from zero, what would you change?
What would I change? Interesting question. I never thought anyone will ask me that.
That's the purpose.
What will I change? If I want to start. Okay. I think if I want to, I have to do this from the beginning again. I make sure I well prepared about the challenge that I have now.
Mhm.
Because when the challenge came, I was not prepared about that.
Mhm.
Because I never thought that someone will attack from religious angle.
Mhm.
Okay, so I never prepare. I think Atomy is okay, run smoothly and everything. Suddenly, when I get attacked from that angle, I was not prepared.
You
So because of that, my network is not collapsed, but stop temporarily, pause for a while.
Mhm.
Okay, so I must say that only 20% of those who are active before still active today. So they are waiting for the decision from the authority people, from the government side, what they are going to decide with Atomy, business and everything. So because of that, many of them are in the position of wait and see.
Mhm.
So if I know that is coming, that is going to happen, from the beginning, I prepare about this and then give a clear understanding to the people from day one about Atomy from A to Z, so that they have clear understanding. When people try to attack, then they say, no, we understand it already. That is not the agenda of Atomy. That is totally wrong. Atomy is not like that. So they can defend themselves. What happened when they attack? Most of my network, most of them, they were not prepared. So they don't have the answer.
Yeah.
So because of that, some of them decide to hold on, some of them decide to wait and see, and some of them decide to pull out from this business.
That's
So
right.
if you ask me, that is what I think that was what I want to redo.
Thank you for that answer, for your sincere answer. So we're down to the last two questions, Master Tengku. So what are the tips that you can give for the new beginners who just joined Atomy?
Okay, for the beginners, start with try the product first. Because once you fall in love with the product, then you start to believe that Atomy business is actually built on quality product. As Pak Hangil tell us in one of his presentation, he said by actually put a lower price, absolute price to a quality product, and by allow member no need to maintain every month. You want to buy, you buy. If you don't want to buy, it's okay. So like put a knife, okay, at him because of like put a knife on his throat. Because why? Because if people just buy once and not keep buying, then means that the network will collapse, right?
Yes.
Because everyone just buy one item, that's all.
That's right.
Because of that, Pak Hangil believe with quality product, people will keep coming. So because of that, for the new member, try the product first, and you will fall in love with the product. And then, when you have so many products, then you can easy for you to share it with others.
Yes.
If you don't have the product, okay, if let's say you only have toothpaste and toothbrush, how are you going to tell people to join this business?
Exactly.
Okay, because of you only can explain to them about toothpaste and toothbrush. But if you start become a product lover, you have so many product that you use, so many product, then you experience so many product, so you can share with your friends, you can share with others about the vitamin C, probiotic plus, hemohim. You can tell them about pomegranate. Okay, you can share so many product with them. So the opportunity, the possibility for people to join you is higher. The chances for you to get new people is higher.
That's right. Yeah, thank you. So the last question right now. So what are the tips that you can give to expiring partners, that are going to give up?
Actually, Atomy is the business that no one can fail. No one can fail in this Atomy.
Yeah.
Because to me, fail is not in the dictionary at all if you join Atomy. Because why you want to give up? Atomy never ask you to do to sell product.
Mhm.
Never ask you to maintain every month.
Mhm.
Atomy also never ask you, push you to go and get new business partner.
Mhm.
Okay, you just come to Atomy, join as a member, and become a consumer.
Yes.
Okay, then once you become a consumer, then you just share with others. If they like to try the product, then you register. If they don't want to try the product, it doesn't matter.
Mm.
Happy, okay? Because of it's a business that you cannot fail. So why you say that I'm going to stop doing Atomy? I don't understand why you have to stop. Okay, keep doing it. Keep using the product. Keep telling the people. Okay, why you feel like why you feel that way? Why you feel that you fail? Because sometimes you put a wrong goal in Atomy. For example, you want to become a sales master, but you don't actually work like those who were fighting for sales mastership.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand what is actually the sales master do, how they what they do every day. Okay, for example, I know that I ask those under me every day. You must have 3 people in your mind that you want to share the business or share the product. Either they join it or not. That is not important. But you have to do that. Okay, you have to do that every day. So if you have Facebook, for example, do FB Live or YouTube Live. Do that at least 1 or twice a week. Okay, just do that. So if you have already member under you, make sure you follow through. Okay, ask them how they are, what they are doing, what they are planning. So you have to consistently do that. So don't think about failing, because of success in Atomy. It can come very fast. It can take you many years, but as long as you get there, that's it. So never in Atomy is a business that you cannot fail at all. Fail is not in the dictionary. If you do Atomy.
Yeah, I remember Imperial Master Doc Woolley. He said, "Failing in Atomy, you need a miracle, right? So if you're not if you're not doing Atomy the right way from the beginning state, and then you said you fail, that means there's something wrong in the beginning stage, right?"
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tengku. Any last word before we end this interview, Dr. Tengku?
Okay, the last word that I want to share is let's do this together. We can change the world. We can make Atomy number 1 direct sales company in the world. Together, we can achieve this. Then I believe that since Atomy use a one global ID concept, so actually I might one day get member in Canada, and you might one day have member in Malaysia as well. So let's work together, okay, for Atomy. And then inshallah, God blessing, God willing, we can achieve that.
Okay, thank you very much, Master Tengku, for your time to do this one-on-one special interview at the Atomy International. I truly wish your success through Atomy, reaching the top together. Thank you very much, Dr. Tengku. I wish someday we're gonna meet after the MCO ended, when I can travel again to outside the Canada.
Yeah, welcome. Come to Kuala Lumpur. Come to Malaysia. I wait for you here.
I actually went there 2 years ago, but
okay.
Yeah, 2019. Yeah, but you were not in Atomy. Yeah,
not yet at that time.
Okay.
So you were joining Atomy since when?
I started 2018 in August.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Many years ago.
Canada is very slow. Like, even though we established in 2011, but it's only got to be in 2018. So that means nobody shared about Atomy. So I was mad to myself. Why didn't nobody share about Atomy? But like you said, God's willing. The times of God is always perfect, never late. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, Dr. Tengku. And to you all Atomians that have watched this episode, if you feel that you enjoy this video, you feel that the benefit from Master Tengku sharing, please click the like button and share it to your friend, to your group, to your family, friends. And don't forget to leave a comment or any question that hasn't been answered in this video. Okay, I see you all Atomians in the next episode with another one-on-one interview, of course, with another global leaders in Atomy. I'll see you all at the top. Aja.
Aja.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.